What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Appetizer. As always, I'm Jalen Russell, and today we're talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves. They finished off 16-66 last year, worst in the entire NBA, obviously worst in the Western Conference as well. And before we start talking about the team, I just want to send my well wishes to Flip Saunders, the president of basketball operations and head coach of this team. He was recently diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, and we just hope that he has a speedy recovery and starts feeling back to 100% as soon as possible. Although he's going to stay in his position during this entire year. Pretty admirable. But moving on to the team. They had a really good draft, adding Karl-Anthony Towns, young, lanky big man with high expectations. Sounds just like Kevin Garnett when they drafted him a few years back. And he's back on the team, Kevin Garnett that is, as a mentor. He's on the roster, but let's be real, he's going to be a mentor this year. So it's good to have him there to help Karl-Anthony Towns out and help him mature as the year goes on. Also, Tyus Jones later in the first round. Great pick. Pretty much spells the end of the Ricky Rubio era in Minnesota. He never could stay healthy. He never could really produce on the offensive end, scoring points. And it just seems like this relationship has been fractured from the beginning when he didn't come over right away because the team drafted Johnny Flynn. Johnny Flynn. So now it seems like this relationship is finally going to be over after this year. As far as this team goes, they're really young, and in theory they have a lot of good talent on their team. They've got 12 first-rounders on their team, including 7 lottery picks. Now, although these picks don't always pan out, as you can see with Anthony Bennett, you would think that this team would be good and in a good position to kind of be a playoff team in the future, maybe challenge for a title. But looking at their team, since 1979, these guys have only made the playoffs 8 times, from the 1997 season to the 2004 season. And in that 8-year stretch, they only made it out of the first round 1 time. And with all the talent this team has had throughout the years, Christian Laettner, Latrell Sprewell, Marbury, Garnett, Kevin Love, Al Jefferson, Sam Cassell, Wally Szczerbiak, you would think that these guys would be able to make somewhat of a playoff run at some point over their entire history, but they can't. And I'm convinced they're the Cleveland Browns of the NBA, honestly. Just look at these guys. They can't capitalize on the talent that they have, just like the Cleveland Browns. And so I don't see these guys ever really challenging for a finals trip at all. Maybe they'll make it to the playoffs one year, but I don't think they'll have any kind of sustained success. Eventually they'll trade one of these guys, the guy that's probably doing the best, and he'll go blossom somewhere else. Honestly, just trade the entire team, get rid of the franchise, move them to LA maybe. That seems like what everyone else wants to do anyway, maybe back up to Seattle. I see these guys going 33-49 this year, a lot better than last year, 12th in the West, but let's be real, they're not going to really make any kind of playoff push this year. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks a lot.